All right, guys, some massive news for My Hero Ultra Impact. Today, we're going to be going over all of it. So first off, there are some gift box items that if you have not logged in recently, you're going to want to log in to claim. We have some TV anime release celebration recruit tickets, which you can get from the 15th till the 23rd. At the time of recording this, it is the 18th already, so make sure you log in to get that. You have some more tickets from the 14th to the 22nd, so that's 15 tickets in total. That is a multi and a half for free if you guys just log into the game and get these right from the SNS campaign, and a gift to celebrate the anime TV broadcast. Additionally, we are going to get some stamina. Some people already have this if they have logged in right from the 15th to the 23rd, and as of today you should have been able to get the maintenance crystals, 50 crystals for cooperating with the maintenance, and then another 50 hero gems as a thank you for cooperation with their survey. Hopefully you guys took the survey. I know I did, because there's things that I want changed in the game, and hopefully they'll take a look at it. In the future, on the 21st through the 29th, we will get more TV anime release celebration recruit tickets times 5. You have that time frame to log in and claim those. Same thing with this next set from the 28th to the 6th. So make sure you guys are basically logging in every weekend to get your free tickets to get free multis, which is, you know, I think that's pretty nice. 2 weekends of logging in, you get a free multi. Like, it's not bad. That's pretty dang decent. And then below we have the drop rate up campaigns. We do have some times 5 drop rates coming up. These are the big ones. The main quest ones are always the ones to look out for, because that is what's going to allow you to work on your character ability boards and get your characters to board 13, max them out, and make them as strong as possible. We have one coming up on the 21st through the 23rd for both the main quest normal and main quest hard. Currently, right now, if you log into the game, we have a VE Tower item drop rate going on times 3. This is actually kind of important. I highly recommend you guys log into the game right now, play VE Tower, play on like the blood stage or an easy stage, put it on auto, let it run through, and get your medals. The reason being, we are getting a new VE Tower coming up here very soon, as well as a new VE Tower memory, which will cost you 3,000 medals to buy. And then we have more times 5 drop rates coming up in the future. The other stuff doesn't really matter. Hero-based stuff, like, I don't care about any of that all that much, but pay attention to the times 5 drop rates, because those are going to be very important to you guys. We got quite a few weekends coming up where we have those, actually, which is nice, all the way up until next month. So if you guys need to see any of those time frames at this point, you can pause the video, check those out. But yeah, like, really good stuff for the game. Okay, so the new VE Tower is going to be the life stage. It is going to be a double S difficulty for it, so it's not like a new tower altogether. It's just a new difficulty for a tower that already exists, to be more specific. And this will be from the 19th of September until the 6th of October, so you'll have a pretty good amount of time to do this. And I am super excited to be doing this VE Tower. I will be doing a video on it, because this is like the first VE Tower in forever, and for people that have been around for a while, like, they're probably excited about this VE Tower, because it's been a minute since we've had VE Tower. For people that are new to the game, you may not know what it is. You may struggle a little bit. That's fine. I think you will enjoy the difficulty that comes from this PvE game mode, which is really nice. Additionally, if you scroll down a little bit here on the My Hero UI database, you'll be able to find out additional information for this VE Tower. Like, the effective types are going to be ABL and int type characters. So if you guys want to level up some of those characters, they will help you a little bit in this VE Tower. But now keep in mind, leveling up characters too much can be detrimental in VE Tower, which is interesting. And then also there are going to be boosted characters, Katsuki Bakugo, Momoya Yorozu, and Ochako Uraraka. They'll each get their own special effects. Like, sometimes it's crit rate, sometimes it just depends on the character, right? But a lot of times certain, like, particular boost characters will have a higher crit rate or something like that to help them out in the VE Tower and help you score higher. So you want to work on these characters if you do have them. Now, with that said, the new VE Tower memory that is going to be available in the VE Tower shop is called I Want to Save That Kid, featuring Deku and Shigaraki, of course. And so what this is going to do, increases characters' max HP by 25% when equipped by a strength type character, increases characters' critical hit rate by 10% for 4 turns after receiving 2 attacks from an int type character, increases characters' critical resistance by 10% for 2 turns after character initiates 2 critical attacks. I think it's an okay memory. I don't think it's anything like game breaking or necessarily meta defining, but if you're low on memories or you just like the art, because this art is freaking amazing, you might want to save up so that you can purchase this memory. Like, look at the art. The art is so freaking good. Okay, like, I know I'm going to be getting it just for that. Now, besides all of this stuff with VE Tower, We are also getting a club festival coming up in the future, but that won't be till next month. I'll talk more about club festival when it comes up, but if you're not already in a club, make sure you go and join a club. That way you can participate in club festival. Even if your club is not at the top of the rankings, just participating nets you a lot of stuff, gives you a lot of hero gems for summons, and it's very, very nice. Okay, so if you're not already part of a club, join a club. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to go too much more in depth on that. When it gets closer, I'll go more in depth on that. And then lastly, we have the new banners and characters to talk about. So we actually have quite a few banners. The very first one that is coming very, very soon. Today is the 18th at the time of recording this once again. So on the 21st, we are getting our next steampunk character, guys. I've been saying it for a while. I've been saying it in the last few summon videos. Every time I summon, I said, don't do what I do. I said, save your hero gems. So if you summoned because of me, I'm sorry, but I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you to save up because I told you it was coming, and here it is, a new steampunk character. Honestly, I will say, I thought it was Todoroki. Like, I'll fully own that. I said, like, I was 95% sure it was going to be Todoroki, and it's not. Which I'm very happy it's not, because look at this Aizawa. This Aizawa looks absolutely amazing. I love his character design, and this banner is going to be going from the 21st up until the 9th, so you got a decent amount of time. And then you are going to have a step up banner where you have discounted multis. You are going to get some stars. You're going to get some UR limit breaker fragments for memories, which these are just like invaluable. I think they're very, very nice actually. And then you're going to get some character pieces as well for the character when you complete a full step, and you have times 1.5 times raids on some of the steps. So honestly, step up banner, pretty dang decent. We'll talk more about what this Aizawa does in a second, but let's talk about the other banners that are coming up in order. So after this banner releases, the next banner to release is going to be a TV anime 7th season climax recruit. And so this is also going to release on the 21st at the same time and run only until the 27th though. So this banner is actually shorter, and the characters that are on this banner honestly aren't all that great. You should absolutely be skipping on this banner. Do not summon on this banner no matter what you do, no matter how bad you want Blue Dobby. Like, he's pretty decent actually, he's pretty good. Don't do it. Toga's not worth it. These memories aren't really worth it. Dobby is worth it, but like not in comparison to Aizawa, right? So if you're gonna summon for something, you should be summoning for the Impact Fest steampunk character, not for some random banner here that does not matter. Okay, so absolutely skip on this banner. The next banner that is coming up is going to be the TV anime 7th season climax recruit round 3, and for round 3, this is going to go from the 28th of September up until the 4th of October. And the characters it's going to feature are characters from the big 3. However, this guy right here is complete booty cheeks. Like, they have not come out with a new Sun Eater in a hot minute. This is not the new Sun Eater. We have not gotten a new version of Sun Eater yet with his railgun. I can't wait to see that when it happens, but it has not happened yet. So this guy's booty cheeks. This guy's decent, but it's just not worth it. Najire is very, very good. She is worth it, but still, once again, none of these characters are going to be worth it compared to somebody on the steampunk banner. Like, just don't do it. Just don't summon on this banner. And even though Najire is good, even though pity is reduced to 200, I will say it's reduced to 200, don't summon on this banner unless you really, really just want Najire. That would be the only thing I could justify. Like, Dobby, I can't even justify on this banner. Like, he's good, but like Najire is really good. Najire is actually exceptional. I will say that. The memories on here, not great, but Najire, very, very good. She is actually a top tier general pool unit, kind of worth pulling for. So if you were going to pull on either of these climax battle recruit banners, this would be the character you're pulling for, and just be prepared to go to pity. So keep that in mind. I recommend only pulling on this after you have pulled on the steampunk banner, and if you aren't planning on pulling on the next banner that we're about to talk about. Okay, so the next banner is going to be hype for a lot of people. Okay, the Search Joint Operation Recruit featuring somebody that everybody has been waiting for, GEARSHIFT Deku. Okay, this is going to run from the 1st of October, so we got a little bit till this banner comes out, up until the 16th of October. This guy is going to be hyped for a lot of people. Now, I will say I have glanced over his kit. I have glanced over Steampunk Aizawa's kit, and I'm not sold on either yet. I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna read through it again. I'll give you guys my honest opinion as we read through it, but I'm just not sold yet. His art, look at the art though. The art looks absolutely phenomenal, right? Like really, really nice. Now, I will say this is your normal 300 pity. He is a general pool unit, and it is not a step up banner. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I say Steampunk Aizawa is still the main pull. That is who you want to pull for first. But then keep in mind, this guy is releasing 2 weeks later, and you might want to keep some hero gems and reserve for that. So we're getting, alongside GEARSHIFT Deku, a new SR memory and a new UR memory, as well as a new event SR memory. Which is, you know, pretty nice, getting all that stuff. So besides all of that, we're going to go in order now, and we're going to take a look at Steampunk Aizawa first, because his banner comes out first. Then we'll take a look at the event SR memory for this banner, the SR memory, the UR memory, and the UR character. So starting with Steampunk Aizawa, let's take a look. Here is his character art. The character art is honestly good. I like the character art. I like it so much. I actually like the Unawakened, how he has the wheel and he's staring at, like, I wish there was like a full ship. I haven't seen the Plus Ultra animation yet, but I'm excited to see the Plus Ultra animation for this. I'm excited to see how this goes. All right, so his Plus Ultra skill, Steam Chained Attack, cancels 5 temporary buffs of a single opponent and deals 650% damage to them. 5 temporary buffs is insane because, by the way, Last Stand counts as a temporary buff, so that could be very, very good. Restores character's HP by 20% when HP is below 50%, gives character ability to make a Last Stand 3 times, and reduces cooldown time of all allies. We love that. Absolutely freaking love that. All allies by 1. That is solid. So that means his 2 5-turn cooldowns are actually 4-turn cooldowns, which is very decent. His skill 1 is called Tailspin Kick, deals 400% damage to a single opponent and decreases the opponent's critical hit rate by 20% for 2 turns, increases power of all allies by 20% for 3 turns, increases skill impact of all allies by 20% for 3 turns when used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain. This guy will be a VE Tower monster. He will be very, very good because he has a debuff, he has the buffs, he has executed a successfully executed skill chain. Like, this is a very good skill for VE Tower. This guy, I think, is meant to kind of shine in VE Tower, if I was to guess, but we'll have to see. His action skill 2 is called the Best Move, increases critical hit rate of a single ally by 40% for 2 turns and critical skill impact by 25% for 2 turns, and gives the ally piercing shot for 2 turns. That's pretty freaking crazy. That's an insanely good buff for an ally. And imagine you put this like on full 100% Deku, or you put this on a character who is just going to absolutely pop off for you. I think it could be absolutely insane. The purple Najire, put this on her when she, oh my gosh, like, it could go crazy. And then additionally, the skill restores the HP of all allies by 10% relative to the damage dealt for 3 turns. Honestly, pretty dang good. I actually, now that I'm reading it again, I'm selling myself on it more and more. I'm not gonna lie. His auto skill 1 is called Support to Capture. Increase the stun, binding, and skill sealed resistance of all allies. That's very good. That's the same as like Yayurozu, right? And Yayurozu has been meta for a very long time. Gives character the ability to make a last stand 1 time, up to 1 time. So he not only gets last stands off his Plus Ultra, he also gets one here. So if he hasn't made it to his Plus Ultra turn yet, and he's about to die, he'll at least have 1 last stand, which is good. And then increases Plus Ultra gauge of all allies by 30% every 3 turns. We love that. Reduces damage to all allies by 30% when character has the ability to nullify status ailments, which could go crazy. Because with other healers, like, he could just be able to nullify status ailments all the time, so he could be reducing damage all the time, which could be broken. And then auto skill 2, Guidance Advice, gives character ability to nullify status ailments 1 time after receiving HP restoration 2 times. After character receives HP restoration 2 times, increases power of all allies by 8% for 4 turns, critical hit rate by 8% for 4 turns, and critical skill impact by 6% for 4 turns. Restores HP of all allies by 5% after receiving 3 attacks from an opponent with critical hit rate down. You know what this screams to me for some reason? I could be wrong, but like, this whole kit right here with the healing and stuff screams to me that you want to run this Aizawa, if you can, with the movie Deku. Red movie Deku and this is Aizawa, I feel like could absolutely freaking pop off, because they're going to have the healing. They're going to have the buffs for that 3rd character. If you make your 3rd character a nuker, putting the buffs from this Aizawa and the buffs from that movie Deku together on that character just makes that character pop the freak off, right? So I think this could be a very, very potent combination. I think this guy could be actually a very good character, regardless of who you run him with, though. I will say he's probably going to be towards the top of the tier list. He's definitely not going to be anywhere near the bottom. I can tell you that right now. How close to the top? I don't know. Will he be very top tier? I don't know yet. We have to try him out in game. But just reading the kit, I can tell you right now, this is a character you are going to want to summon for if you have hero gems saved up. So hopefully, once again, you guys have saved some hero gems and you did not go crazy on the All for One banner like I did. Okay, and additionally, keep in mind, with the release of an Impact Fest character, there are going to be more sales coming out. So if you are a spender, be prepared for those sales. I suggest you don't spend right now. You wait until the sales come out. Now, on to the event SR Memory. Reliable Construction Crew. Makes character ecstatic for 2 turns if there are any pro heroes on the team up to 1 time. Every 3 turns increases character speed by 30% for 2 turns up to 3 times. Increases character speed by 10% for 3 turns when used in character successfully executed skill chain. Overall, it's an okay memory. I feel like you wouldn't choose this memory over other UR memories when it comes to PvP, and that's what this is. This is a PvP memory with the speed. Like, the ecstatic is also really nice, but I feel like you're not going to use this over other UR memories. So unless you're a new player, this memory isn't a lot of value to you. If you are a new player, this memory is a ton of value to you because it's going to help you out early game in PvP with being faster than other teams. So a decent memory all the way around. I don't think it's necessary for players who have been around for a while, but the art, once again, love the art team. The art team, you know what, kudos to you always. Like, they're always doing a good job. Now for the summonable SR, the path we all take. Increases character's critical resistance by 25% when equipped by a UA high student. Every 2 turns gives character the ability to use Sharp Eye, which gives them a 30% chance of evading for 1 turn up to 3 times. When character does not have the ability to use Sharp Eye, increases character's critical hit rate by 25%. So that's interesting because it switches back and forth between giving you the ability to evade and giving you the ability to hit crits. I don't know how good that really is. It's an interesting thing, but I don't feel like it has a ton of value, to be completely honest. SR memories, though, like, usually never have a ton of value. They're just okay memories that you might use once in a while for very specific niche things, right? So just keep that in mind anytime you guys see an SR memory. But once again, the art, Shinso, I love the art. The art looks so good. Now the moment we have been waiting for. We're getting into the UR memory and the new UR GEARSHIFT Deku. So first off, the memory. Decisive Deception. Increases character skill impact by 30% when equipped by a mind type character. After 1 turn passes while character is not hiding, increases character speed by 10% for 2 turns. Increases character speed by 5% for 3 turns when used in a character's 3rd successfully executed skill chain. Gives character the ability to make a last stand 2 times when hiding up to 1 time. Honestly, I'm not that crazy about the speed right here. Like, it's only a 15% speed boost, and for using him in a very specific order, like you have to use him in a 3rd successfully executed skill chain. I don't know really how I feel about all too much, okay? But then additionally, we get the last stands for 2 times when you're hiding, which is good considering when you see Deku's kit. Like, this memory is specifically designed for the new Deku, like, very clearly. And then increases skill impact by 30% when equipped by a mind type character. Like, that's decent. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about the memory. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, and it doesn't seem all that great, but maybe on the Deku it could be really, really good. But my honest thoughts are it's weird. It might be good, but right now I don't think it's going to be better than other memories in PvP, personally. That's my thoughts, at least. Now for the new Overdrive GEARSHIFT Deku. Oh my gosh. The art for this guy, I actually think I definitely like the Unawakened art better. Let me know which one you guys like better. I definitely like the Unawakened art better in this particular case, I think, with the little hair hanging over. I like that a lot, but that's just my opinion. All right, so his plus ultra skill, Overdrive Detroit Smash. When character has 9 or more temporary speed up effects, restores character's HP by 25% relative to the damage dealt for 1 turn. So I guess that's why you would want the speed up effects from the memory, which are temporary on him, because that'll give you 2 temporary speed up effects just from the memory alone, which will allow him to get his 9 stacks a little bit quicker and will allow him to restore HP. So I guess that's why you would run the memory on him. Still, I don't know if it's worth sacrificing the speed you could have just to have those temporary speed up effects. Deals 550% damage to a single opponent. Skill impact is massively increased relative to character speed. When character is not hiding, increases plus ultra move skill impact of all allies, excluding character by 25% for 1 turn, and speed by 20% for 3 turns. When character is not hiding, gives character the ability to hide for 4 turns. This buff cannot be cancelled or blocked, and it's kind of a bad thing that he hides himself, in my opinion, but you'll see why later down in the kit. When character has 5 or more temporary speed up effects, this skill gains Bullseye. When character has 9 or more temporary speed up effects, this skill gains Piercing Shot. So the interesting thing about this particular skill that makes it really good is that you are going to have Bullseye and you're going to have Piercing Shot if you have a certain amount of speed up effects. Also, you're going to restore your own HP. Also, you're going to have extra skill impact depending on your own speed. So the more speed you have, the crazier this plus ultra is going to go. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But then as soon as you use this plus ultra, you go into hiding for 4 turns, and he becomes a lot less useful as a character. So just keep that in mind. It's a big trade-off for this plus ultra, which is interesting. His action skill 1 is called Black Chains. Deals 400% damage to a single opponent with a medium chance 40% of binding them for 2 turns. Increases character speed by 40% for 3 turns when character is not hiding. So notice, you can only get your speed when you're not hiding. If you're hiding, you don't get your speed, which I would argue is a giant trade-off when it comes to especially PvP. But look at this 3-turn cooldown. 3-turn cooldowns on both skills allows this character to be slotted into virtually any team, which means for that alone, he's going to be good. Okay, just keep that in mind. His action skill 2, Detroit Smash, is another single target attack. Skill impact is increased relative to his own speed, so it's actually only 200% damage, which is relatively low. So they're really counting on you having a lot of speed and this hitting hard because of your speed, which is interesting. And then increases character speed by 20% for 3 turns when character is not hiding once again. This skill gains Bullseye whenever your character is evading. 3-turn cooldown on that as well. Auto skill 1. Betting It All. When character is not hiding, increases character speed by 40% for 3 turns. Once again, you have to not be hiding for that, and gives character the ability to nullify status ailments 3 times and the ability to evade 3 times, which is pretty decent. Like, status ailments and the ability to evade, that's pretty dang solid. Okay, so keep that in mind. When hiding, cancels all of the character's temporary speed up effects and decreases character's defense by 50%. That's pretty rough right there. That's pretty dang rough. That's why you want the last stands from the memory when he is hiding. That way he doesn't die from AoEs, right? So keep that in mind. That is kind of rough. The thing I find interesting about this auto skill though is when character is not hiding. So anytime he is not hiding, I'm assuming whenever his turn comes around, he will increase his speed by 40% and gives character the ability to nullify 3 status elements. I don't know if this is just like at the start of battle. It doesn't say at the start of battle, right? So I assume it's every time his turn comes around that he is not hiding, he will get a 40% speed boost. He will get 3 chances to nullify status elements, and he'll gain 3 evasion every turn. If I'm reading that right. I don't know. Somebody let me know if I'm reading that right, or is it just worded weird? Let me know down in the comments. If that is the way it is, that's kind of broken because that means he has 3 evasions every turn, which is crazy. And he has 3 chances to nullify status elements every turn that he's not hiding, and he gets 40% speed every turn he's not hiding, which could be broken. But I don't think that's the way it works, but the way I'm reading it, that's how I'm reading it, unless I'm crazy. Auto skill 2, self-control, when used in a character's successfully executed skill chain, increases character speed by 10% for 3 turns and plus ultra gauge by 10%. After receiving 1 attack from an opponent with lower speed, increases character's power by 5%, which is stackable. I don't really care about that, but yeah, stackable characters have never been super useful in this game. And skill impact by 5%, which is stackable. So like, I mean, it'll be nice, but like, don't rely on the stacking. It's not anything you ever need to rely on in this game, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, more speed down here and some plus ultra gauge raise, honestly decent. Overall, I think he's going to be a pretty good character. Having 3-turn cooldowns automatically makes him good. Like, he's going to be good. Another character I think could potentially be towards the top of the tier list. I don't know if he'll be as high as Aizawa. I think Aizawa will definitely be high. This guy, it's 50-50. It could go either way. He could be like middle of the tier list to like upper middle of the tier list, or potentially even at the top of the tier list. It just depends how he actually plays when we get him in the game and try him out. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the plus ultra animations for Aizawa and Deku. All this information, once again, provided courtesy of Hydros Impact, along with these animations that we're about to watch. So if you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, go check it out. With that said, let's see how this looks. This is my literal first time watching these animations. I wanted to watch them with you guys, so here we go. I'm very excited. All right, Aizawa with his one eye. Yo, dude, they didn't need to make him look so cool like that with that cut-in. Oh, I love it. I love it. He doesn't have like his binding claw. Oh, he just walks away. Yo, okay. Okay, and he gives a thumbs up, man. Now, was that a custom background or no? Like, it's a custom background right here, right? But, okay, it is kind of a custom background, but like, still kind of just basic. It's interesting that they went this route with an Impact Fest character. I guess they decided the black background looked better with this Aizawa, which I can kind of understand. I can kind of see it. So I'll give them a pass on this one for not having like a custom background for right here. But like normally for my Impact Fest characters, you know, I like to see a little bit of a custom background with the character design. But honestly, the animations are so sick, I can forgive them. I absolutely love the animations for this Aizawa. So you can bet I will be pulling for him to the best of my ability, even after that giant shaft on all for one you guys just recently saw. Let's take a look at the new Deku. All right, so I'm hoping this is where all their work went into, because like if Aizawa was lacking a little bit, that means this Deku has to be fire, right? So let's see how he looks. I'm already seeing a custom background, like it's looking good, but we'll see. Okay, he flies in off the black whip. Yo, okay, he's looking good. And he does have a custom background. Oh my gosh, they have put in the work on this one, man. Yo, my boy's looking good. My boy is looking so good. Oh my gosh. This Deku looks absolutely sick. GEARSHIFT Deku coming to My Hero Ultra Impact 2024. Oh my gosh, let me know if you guys are hyped down below. Yo, he does the whole GEARSHIFT animation. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so ready. I hope he's good. I hope he's good. He looks like he's good. I hope he's top of the tier list, man. I feel like he's going to be at least decent, like just looking at the kit, but you never know until you get them in the game, man. He looks so good. Gotta watch it just one more time, guys. Oh my goodness. Yo, the animation. I love everything about this. This is so great. I'm geeking out a little bit, just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Which animation did you like better? Do you like Steampunk Aizawa's, or do you like the new GEARSHIFT Deku? Who are you going to be pulling for? Are you going to be pulling for both? Let me know down in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. It helps the channel out so much, guys, and I would really appreciate it. And just thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.